Are you still playing that? This monkey is still playing that game. To the yeah. You can't toast. You should open. No, but let me tell you. Oh. HB, you can't coach. You should open.
That I'd somehow compromise their marriage. At least until I saw where they had me listed. They somehow had someone survive one of the missions I had been on to as thorough listening as they did. So absorbed in his thoughts and what he was saying that he didn't even notice when he would go and
Can you turn that down, please?
Kakashi had wordlessly handled the book to that.
How you eat stuff to feel so?
I think that it's pretty nifty that I'm only 11.
My throat still hurts. I don't believe because I eat this stuff to feel though.
Dangerous. I'm just grateful that there isn't anything in there about my nojutsu. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh my god, wait, yeah. Oh my god, yeah.
Questioning manner, quickly getting the idea of what he was asking. They all nodded at him while smiling at the same time.
Daddy.
Was the first one to speak up. So how do you feel about it? You know, actually being
Look what they said he texted me. Look at this. Look at this. Yo. 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 Hold up. Yo. Hold up. I'll put Adam Yo.
You watch this everyone get what he was going to say. It's also kind of nerve-wracking at the same time, knowing that someday soon I could be fighting off people who are only after my bounty. You know?
That is embarrassing. Like my please. You like my please. Please cost 400 grand.
Protect myself. Me? Everyone laughed at that, with the exception of Itachi, who just smiled broadly at the
Some people to get your medicine to go play that game.
The raven-haired man went back in his seat for a moment and looked at Ikari. So how'd your most recent mission go? Looking at Itachi with a grateful smile, they passed away the
we beat them 70-26.
Notes on their most recent missions. The next day, whistling softly himself as he headed off to the east of the base to train. Ikari was lost in thought as he walked along. He had prepared for this.
That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Sure that he wasn't snuck up on or attacked. Enjoying the rarity of a day off from missions was a luxury he fully intended to take advantage of as they were so few and far between at the moment. Talking with his dad at the moment, Ikari was discussing the details of being trained in
even though the green don't match on my stuff, it's real weird.
So the main difference in the way that the Kitsune and the Gamma clans teach their summoner how to achieve Sage Mode is that the Kitsune teach it as a way of fighting meditation, while the Gamma teach it through being still and gathering it through meditating. Right? His Kasan nodded at this as she smiled before continuing with the impromptu lesson on Seijutsu and Senimoto.
That is embarrassing.
Ikari-kun. There are some definite benefits to Sage Mode as you will come to discover. The first and one of the best is that your ninjutsu and genjutsu will be far more powerful due to adding nature chakra to your attacks. The second is that once you have mastered Sage Mode, that when you exit said mode, that your reserves will once again be full. That is a natural side effect of the act of meditation and adding nature chakra to your normal chakra. There might even be a way to add light chakra to the mix, but that is something that we will discuss at a much later date. Well enough with your ability to use up to 2 tails of my chakra safely, and it won't be until you can use 6 tails and maintain control of your emotions that we will talk about trying out such things. Nodding to himself, he stumbled as he flew through an opening in the ground, and quickly recovered and shook his head as he looked around.
I figured out how that did. I got hit in his feet. It's like look. Cause now I know how to do that. Yeah. Everybody here acts like that. Huh? You ain't that? Huh? You ain't that? Yeah. It's like this. Look. She held the team like this. He's like, oh my god. Like, it was look. It's like this. Oh my god.
He pointed towards the opening in front of them. Can you give me some light and let your nose lead the way for me, Yuna? Getting a nod in turn, she curled her tails and let some fire nature chakra flow to the tips, creating a pair of living torches. Looking up at her summoner and getting a nod and a smile, she turned and led the way down.
I say right foot, quick, got to avoid pain, tackle me. Yay.
continued on it after
Sabuya, Sabuya, Pow, Pow. Bolu Bessie.
to say the least. Until now, I could smell was the earth and stone all around us. Now I
Bro,
smell
after Friday,
from a
then you
mountaintop
need to
and
see my
some
day
sort of
to
Indian
come
scent.
to
Nodding in
Saturday.
response once again. Ikari looked ahead and saw
I
that there
miss
was an
those
opening that led
days.
into an area that was much
What?
wider and more open than the passageway that
My
they were in.
football games.
Holding up at the entry, he looked around and saw that there was a massive amount of engraving on the walls, and as he stepped into the room and looked closer, he was stunned by the level of detail that was present. The only thing that he could see was that there were many birds in various poses, each of them birds of prey. Ikari was brought out of his musings by Yuna, who had yipped at him and drew his attention to a pedestal that was artfully carved into the wall directly across from the entryway. Approaching it cautiously, Ikari noticed a rather long scroll entirely familiar.
Is that my
As he
ball?
got some blitzers. That this scroll was a summoning scroll. Turning to Yuna, he tilted his head in thought for a moment before meeting her gaze. Is it possible to hold more than one summon contract
Dude,
as a summoner? Yuna
oh,
jammed, sitting back on her
Jeffrey.
haunches for the moment. Yuna sighed. Technically, yes it is. The hard part about it is that you need both bosses to agree to it. Before I say whether or not Shiny Bana-sama will even think about agreeing or even considering the possibility, you will need to
Gosh. Bro, why did you just sit right there? I thought this was about to see your figure right behind them. That's Dara. That's
There
why.
were only a
That's
handful
Dara.
of signatures there, and they were so faded as to be illegible. Glancing at it once more, he quickly
Nice.
figured out which summon it was for. Looks to be for the Washi clan. Do you think that Shiny Bana-sama will go for it? Quickly getting over her
Bro,
shock,
mine
she
and Cameron,
grabbed
there was some ball hogs,
Eagles
bro.
have always been
I didn't get no ball time.
and I don't foresee any issues with it.
Bro,
You
don't
will
know
need
what's
to
not.
summon her
Only
once
talked to me
before
one time,
summoning
two
her.
times, and I had books on my ankles.
And proceeded to leave the same way they had come.
Bro, we
Once they
got
were out of the
basketball.
passage, he turned to
Only
look
Oh, we
at
played basketball. Or you can like I got some handles.
the strangeness of it.
Yeah, that was under pressure. Yeah, I saw the ball for you too. Everybody, I kicked the ball down.
Standing there in front of him was an
Bro,
oversized
you play basketball? I got a little few handles on me, my boy. Remember how the kid in here jumped on you when you started crying? No, his knee hit my head. Right here. He said, "Pop." He doesn't jump up with art because you know she has glass though.
Setting her head down on her paws. Greetings to you as well. Ikari-kun, and to you as well, Yuna. What is this?
Shotty, yo, block. Shotty, you blocking me. They steady sending blitzers, bro. Dang. Steady sending blitzers. Remember, stop you too like her, bro. Who, Aubrey? What? Who, Aubrey? No, so. Why would I don't like Aubrey? You don't. So every time we got to the program, I was playing with her. Come on, so everybody used to play with. No, he always be playing with our mom too. It's just that they don't, like he been waiting for our mom to let him know they to play. But I'm in a, forgot you. Max protest. Hey, yep. I have to be a smart person. Shot is so bad. Shot is so bad. The last person around. They'll be trying. Look at my only show on the phone. You get the phone. Stuff like that. Hey, hype them up or see a dot. I a whole block cry. There's balloons in the sky. And the ops on me dead. So I head up to the track. But I slide first. All we hear is fuck, fuck, fuck. That's that mix, girl. That's how I'm coming. Like a track star or what, but I really running. I do this in real life. I don't know about put the tape up on the mag just to make it fit. I ain't had all that, but I really had to make this sport. Keep that eye on him. When like my bro name was Timmy Stark. All you see is sports, sports, sports. The time we but more. Hey Siri, set a 55-minute. Hey Siri, set a 55-minute timer.
lost allies.
That is embarrassing. That is
Looking
embarrassing.
into his eyes, she could see the courage that it had taken for him to ask this of her, as well as the desire to grow stronger. As she contemplated his request, the vixen tested his patience and resolve by holding her tongue as she considered his request. Staring at the young Negan, she considered
What?
he was young, honorable to a fault, definitely very strong in spite of his youth, and he never lorded it over others despite his rough beginnings. Smiling to herself, she knew that this would prove beneficial to both their clans, and she nodded. Ikari-kun, I will allow this, as in the time that you have been our summoner you have proven both your honor and loyalty to us. I know that you would not favor one of us over the other. All I ask is that since you will have multiple mates, that you allow your first mate to sign the contract with the Washi clan, your second mate with the Kitsune, and your third with whichever she so desires. Is this agreeable to you? Exhaling softly, Ikari smiled gently as he nodded his head. Yes, it is agreeable. Although I do have a small favor to ask in behalf of another. I shall make it once the boss of the Washi is here before us. Without further prompting, he bit his thumb and signed the scroll. Glancing at his hand,
Okay, like, what is called shutout? I heard of somebody. They had just got slagged, they had tried to go bottom tackle. So I think I want you. Well, no, I want you and you so I can have you and you. Oh my God. Why this so hard? Let's came up with I thought. I just take all of y'all. Should have said that from the start. So I think I want you. Well, I want you. No, I want you and you so I can have you and you. Oh my God. Why they so hard? Just came up with I thought. It's crazy I still hear that. But we at 50,000? Look, this me playing Fortnite. Look. I hope my feels someday. 60 years old. We ready. I'm ready. So we'll be 60 years old. It would be 60 and I'm gonna be 7. You know that? By the time I turn out 1,000,000,000 years old, we'll be 9,999,999 years old. That is embarrassing. That is embarrassing. I'm pay. Do you not see them brushing me? No, I'm gonna bring my controllers so I can play football with them. That is embarrassing. That's my controllers. Mine. I almost forgot that's a safety. Oh, you look for yours? Huh? Yeah. Stars in the she won such actress. Stars on the she won such actress. Yeah! Sorry. Wait. Yeah. So we go back it up. Why you on my back? Now you done called it, baby. Now you done called it. You done called it, baby. Now you done called it. Oh, something new for y'all.